Good day, you're welcome again. This is day 43. Thank you for joining me this beautiful day again. Yesterday I was telling you that something happened and I will tell you what happened. When we started October 18th, I told you in our sitting room we started with two families, and one of the families is also our own family, my husband's eldest brother, the mother's first child, with his wife and the family and his children. As soon as we came in here, he is also based, he's been in Songo all along, and as soon as we came in here and we told him we are here for so and so assignment, he said, wow, my brother, I'm going to join you. I love your ministry. I'll be part of what God is using you to do in this area. And then he joined us and we started together on that October 18th. That's 2020. By 2021, we started here. I told you July 11th, we started here. And we were together. We did the inaugural service together with him, his wife, the whole family. We were all here on Sunday. And then by Friday, his wife called my husband and told him that, see, my husband cannot talk very well. Please, you need to come urgently. Remember, he's the eldest brother. They still have a mother. God bless Mama. She's in Warri with the daughter, the younger one. She's also happily married too. And then when the wife called and said, my husband cannot talk very well, please come. So he told me, I was at home that day. He told me that, see what my brother's wife said. So I said, okay, go there, I will join you. So he left, and then as he was going, I was getting ready also. And then somewhere along the line, he called me. He said, oh, that before he could get there, they have moved him. They have to move him to the hospital. So he said he is going to the hospital to join them and I should come. So I left and then we went together to meet him in the hospital. I think that was Faramed Hospital here in Songo. We got there and then he had seen the doctor. What happened? The doctor said that the BP was very high and they will give him some drugs. And the wife kept saying, boy, the talk is not coordinated, sort of. So the doctor said, don't worry, that once the BP goes down, he will be okay. So he took the drugs, he went home, we also came back home. By the following day, in the morning, the wife called again and said, we didn't sleep, he couldn't sleep, he's even talking off point. So he said, oh, okay. My husband took off, went. From that day, that's on Saturday, he was taken back to the hospital. And in the hospital, the doctor now checked again and said that exactly what is wrong with him, he will not be able to handle it here. He will need some specialists. That from what he's seeing now, he will need some specialists. That they should go to another hospital. He said that they should go to Medicare, I think. So they got to Medicare checked him, and Medicare looked at him in the hospital in Songo. They said no, that he would need to go to either Luth or Abeokuta, and that we should just carry him there. By that time, he couldn't talk again. Meanwhile, this is the person I told you we've been together all this while, and he was in church on Sunday. We celebrated, started the church, the inaugural service, and now he couldn't talk by Saturday again. We moved him, they moved from Medicare, came back home, and of course it was already getting late, so they were like, okay, maybe tomorrow. But somebody just suggested that, okay, since there's a state hospital, that they should go there. So they moved to state hospital with the help of a friend, and on getting to state hospital, the friend went with them, who is also a nurse, and then he was accepted, and immediately treatment started. By the following day in the morning, state hospital said, please come and carry him, it's getting worse, you need to move him to Luth or to Abeokuta. So while we were thinking, they said they just kept emphasizing he needs a specialist. They called the 2 specialists he will need. Then we got in touch with the family members, other family members, and then we told them, and somebody said no, that we don't need to move all the way to Luth or Abeokuta, that we should just look for another good hospital. So we called one of our doctors in headquarters, as Holy Spirit Mission headquarters, Dr. Abirire. I discussed with him. He said, oh, that we can take him to Shirish, that there's another hospital in Songo there, and they will likely have specialists that will take him to Shirish Hospital. So we go to Shirish Hospital, they accepted him. By this time, he wasn't talking, he wasn't eating. So by the time we got to Shirish, they took him in, gave him some treatments, drip, and all of that, and then the treatment started. We deposited some money, and the following day, in the afternoon, they told us that the specialists we said we wanted to get, we should please bring the specialists in. They told us, okay, so we called somebody, and then they said the specialists will come. And meanwhile, they said there's another scan we needed to do. We drove him down, did the scan, brought him back. At the end of the day, sorry, the specialist refused to come. He said, oh, Sango, I cannot get any Uber from Lagos. And that was the end of the story. That same day, in the evening, the doctors in Shirish looked at him and told us that we have to move him now. Because by that time, he wasn't talking, he wasn't eating, he can't even move. We now have to carry him. He wasn't talking, he wasn't eating, he can't move. And if you want to move him, you have to carry him and all of that. So the people in Shiri said, we have to move him now. And that was like 7 p.m. at night. To move him by 7 p.m., they cannot talk. So we started begging them. They said we should write an undertaking that first thing tomorrow morning we'll move him. So we told them we will surely move him. They should not worry. But meanwhile, we were praying. The church was praying. Thank God we had a God that answers prayer. We told our bishop and our mommy. He said no, nothing will go wrong. They started praying too. The headquarters church, the women, the pastors, everybody was praying, Lord, you will surely recover. And then the following morning we organized, we got ambulance at night. We got an ambulance that agreed to come from Lagos to pick him in the morning as early as 4 a.m. to Luth. And then they said on getting to Luth, we need to call some people ahead. We said, see, God will go ahead of us. Truly, God went ahead. He was moved into the ambulance by 4:30 a.m. thereabouts, 4:35 a.m. in the morning to Luth. By the time we got to Luth, I didn't go with them. My husband was there. His first child was there. The wife was also in the ambulance with nurses and doctor in the ambulance. I was told on the way, my husband and the daughter, they sang, they worship God, they prayed and told God, God, you will show up. We know you will show up. We will not bury anybody in Zongo branch, Holy Spirit Mission, Happy Family Church. No, we won't start with burial. No. We give God praise. He got to Luth. He was in the ambulance for like 1 hour. They were trying to get a space, and finally they got a space for him. They moved him in. They checked him, did all manner of tests, and said there's a particular one they will do the following day to know exactly what is happening. Since he's not been talking for like 3-4 days now, he has not talked, he has not eaten, he's only drip, he's just busy, he's just looking, he's not communicating. So they said the other tests will be done the following day to know exactly what is wrong with his brain and his system. So my husband came back home, and then I told him that tomorrow we will go together to Luth. Truly, we went together the following morning to Luth, and by the time we got there, they had already rolled into the theater where the tests will be done. So we met the wife and the daughter at the entrance, and we asked them, how is he? He said, still the same. We looked at him, and then we told them, that's the wife, that let's get you something to eat. My husband then went to buy food, and by the time we came back, he went somewhere to hold on. They don't allow two people to go into the ward together. By the time I got into the ward, the wife and the daughter were so excited. I said, what happened? They said something happened. God did something. The daughter went near him and told him, Daddy, how are you? And for the first time he answered. He said, I am fine. I said, what? He said, I am fine for the first time. This is somebody that I've not talked in days and I've not eaten. So when I heard that, I said, good, praise God. He started rejoicing. I said, hold on. I now walked, I came near him. I went near him by his bed. I touched his shoulder, and then I looked at him. I said, how are you, sir? He answered me also. He said, I'm fine. And then the next thing he asked, he said, where is Chinedu? Chinedu is my husband. That's the younger brother. If you see the way I ran out of the ward, ran out to go and call my husband, I said, okay, he's calling you. He's talking. He said, my brother is talking. I said, yes, he's talking. Let's go in. And then he went in. They didn't allow me in again. He went in. He said he talked to him. He asked him how he's doing. He was just talking. The talk was not all that flowing, but at least he was talking. He was responding. He was answering. And that was how God started the walk that day. And at the end of the day, we left. We came back home. The following day, when my husband got there, another testimony. They said the following day, the doctor, the senior doctor came to check on him. And when that one came, he had that he knew that he had started talking. And then the next thing, somebody that I would have been carrying, yes, he has started talking, but he still cannot move, but he's talking. When the doctor came, the doctor was standing beside him, and the doctor was just touching him, checking him. The next thing, he moved his leg, not the doctor. My brother-in-law moved his leg by himself from the bed, moved his leg down, and the doctor was watching. He sat on the bed by himself. This is somebody we've been carrying. He sat on the bed by himself, and the next thing, he stood up on his feet. It was as if doctor was watching video, according to him. He stood on his feet and then started talking to doctor. And doctor was like, wow. Doctor started asking him questions. He answered. Then he now started asking the doctor questions. And doctor answered all the questions. And when doctor finished, doctor looked at the wife and told the wife that, see, this is beyond us. We didn't do anything. This man could not talk, could not walk, and everything started within a twinkle of an eye. This is God. And the doctor said something. He said, Madam, you people must have some prayer warriors in your family. That is when things like this happen. Please, you should continue to pray. And then he checked and said, well, that from what he's seeing, all the tests they've been running, they've not seen anything. The major test they wanted to do that they went in for yesterday that he didn't cooperate is just to know what went wrong with his brain, why he couldn't talk, why he couldn't stand, why he couldn't move. And now he's talking, he's moving. He looked at him, he said, Madam, by tomorrow, you people can go home. He's discharged. He doesn't need anything again. My people, our God is awesome. He delivered him. He saved him. The following day, he was discharged and he's been doing fine. He's good. We've been celebrating God together. Our God is awesome. Please and please and please get ready to serve God. It pays to serve Him. Our God is good. Like I said, my life is full of testimonies. I'm grateful to God for everything He has done in His life. He's back. Songo branch, we did not bury anyone. We return all the glory to God. I love you and see you tomorrow. My name is Sibisola Morike Adi. God bless you.